everyone, welcome back once again to Vicious Rants, and of course I'm your host here on YouTube, this signing off and never duplicated superstar 2, Vicious, and we are going to be talking about TLC was in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and overall score for the show, I liked it. It got a little weird at times, but you know, it's good to do that, because if it's too predictable, then, you know, then you got to deal with the Smarky McSmarkertons saying, oh, the problem with it today is that it's too predictable. And then once they change it up, they start bitching and whining and crying like, oh, the problem is that they're too unpredictable. You know, just, seriously, just tell them to sit and spin. Seriously. Yep. Now, pre-show match, Alicia Fox, Sasha Banks, and right off the bat, man, I was fucking disappointed with it, cause, you know, we all look for different things when we go to see when we go to see a match. You know, first thing I look for is, how's it start out, you know? Is it a good tie-up, you know? Is it aggressive? Things like that. This, it just started right off bat with hair pulling. Like, seriously, like, ugh. That's the shit you'd get with the ST Divas with that little butterfly belt, you know? No, you don't need that now. You know? This ain't the time or the place for it. And, you know, now, after that, you know, they started to have their little back and forth. Sasha started to pick up some momentum right before they went to the ad, in which case, also, another thing real quick. Everyone bitching about the fact that, you know, oh, they're putting ads on there's ads on the network. There's ads for pay-per-views on the pay-per-view. No, here's the thing, dumbass. It's no different than when, we'll just say, okay, I got Hulu myself. No different than when you're watching a movie, or not even a movie, when you're watching a show. Like if you're watching fucking Vikings or whatever other show on there, you know, they show ads for it. They show ads on the show. God forbid that they should have ads and product placement so that way sponsors would pay the company. Just simple bullshit things. I'm not even trying to talk in a fan sense on that. I'm thinking business sense, because that makes sense for business. You know? Either way, after that, Foxy started to pick up some momentum. It was pretty short-lived though. Match came to an end when Sasha wound up hitting a bank statement. Next thing you know, Fox tapped out. Which case, yeah, it was what it was. You know, if you had to go pee, it was your time to go pee. If you needed to go grab some popcorn, whatever. Now, anyways, on to the main show. First match up, Emma going against Asuka. Oh dear God. Oh, whew. Had to make sure I had some heart medication ready for when Asuka came out. Which case, she came out, and I'm not gonna lie, I was thoroughly impressed. Asuka, she took the lead for the entire match, even during the time when Emma was, you know, taking control, where she was throwing out the shots at Asuka, you know. And what I mean by that is, even though Asuka was the dominant one, even when Emma was still throwing it, you know, get thrown a shot. Oh! Yeah, sell that it hurt, but get up like, alright, yeah, that hurt. What else you got? Oh! Oh, yeah, that hurt again. Alright, now come on. Oh! Like that. She wasn't no-selling, but she was playing to it. She was playing to it, and she made not just herself look good, but made fucking Emma look good. You know? It was good match, good way for her to debut. Asuka got the win, putting in the chicken wing. You know, after that, though, what cracked me up was Nia Jax wound up putting out a thing on her Twitter bit saying on how, you know, you won the match in about 6 minutes. Congratulations. I'll see you soon. Which shut up a lot of the Smarky McSmarkertons that were going out there saying, oh, she quit. She left because she wasn't happy with her fees and this, that, and the other. Dude, guys. Seriously, y'all need to stop taking the reports that Dave Meltzer and everyone that tries to fucking copy him to a grain of salt. You know, they hear half a story and make a mountain out of a fucking molehill. Don't believe everything you read on the dirt sheets. Just, ugh. Next matchup, we got Cruiserweight Tag Team action. The Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher going against Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann. This had some nice action, good back and forth bit. What really impressed me with this match was more so like if this match would have been on Monday Night Raw, chances are the crowd would have been like cricket chirpings. This one though, the crowd actually seemed kind of alive. I'm not sure if it was just because of the fact it was a pay-per-view or if it was, you know, the fact that, you know, they were excited for this match or anything like that. But the fact that the crowd was excited for this match, especially given on how short notice this was, it was really nice to see. That and having Nigel McGuinness on commentary, you know, I can never go wrong with that. Always like seeing Nigel McGuinness on commentary. But yeah, match was what it was, you know. Swann was the team punching bag for it. When Cedric got the hot tag, he cleared house. You know, it was a relatively short match, you know. Nothing big to write home about, but it was what it was. I thought it was pretty okay. You know, Cedric got the win doing a lumbar check on the Brian Kendrick. So yeah, that was it. Next matchup, we got women's action. Mickie James, in which case, whew, again, had to make sure I have my heart meds going, man, because that getup she had last night, just jaw-dropping. You know, I'm pretty sure I made an indent in my living room when she came out. Going against Alexa Bliss. This good match, good start. Mickie, she started out taking the lead, real nice and good. Alexa started picking it up, though, targeting the arm. It was nice to see that, you know, and I bring this up all the time, you know. When you're doing shows, heels, honestly, personal opinion, heels, they need to actually target different limbs in each match. Because if you see in each match somebody targeting the neck, you know, you're going to wind up just thinking, oh, this is bullshit. But if you got the first match, having someone target the neck, someone then target the ankle, then someone the shoulder, the knee, and as so on and so forth, as, you know, as the card goes on through the night, you're just like, oh, wow, it's different. And I bring up all the time, different is good. Because when you start to do things different, you can experiment to see what works, what don't, you know. Like, okay, yeah, let's see what we can get away with, you know. This is a pretty good match. I enjoyed it, you know. I enjoy it. One thing that really pissed me off, though, was fans doing the, well, no, it didn't happen at this part. I'll get to it later, if I remember. But, you know, it was a pretty decent match. Match came to an end. Alexa threw Mickie into the corner and then hit that, boom, snap DDT. Pretty sure Jake Roberts would have given that an 11 out of 10 for a rating. And then got the 1, 2, 3. That was it. Nice to see that, you know, they're making a DDT an actual finish again. And I'm not just talking about Mickey's DDT, you know, but yeah, Alexa got the win after that. Mickie cut a promo in the ring saying on how she put everything she had into this match. She dedicated it to her 4-year-old. And don't worry, she will wind up winning the title. You're going to see it on her again soon. So, you know, honestly, I say give her one more run. Let her get one more run. Let her run her. After that, let Mickie run her course through WWE. And then after that, you know, honestly, I think she should go in the Hall of Fame because outside of Lita and Trish Stratus during that time, Mickie was one of the workhorses. She was one of the workhorses, man. No doubt. Now, next matchup, we got Enzo versus Kalisto, which case Enzo wound up cutting his promo, which, thank God he lost his voice. It sounded like this, which means my ears didn't bleed as much when he was talking. But, you know, match, as far as the match goes, it was nice, it was decent. Kalisto, he led the match. You know, It had a nice pace and a good back and forth feel to it. Match came to an end though when Kalisto knocked down Enzo. He went over to the apron trying to pull himself up. Pulled the apron over to the inside of the ring. The ref, he's kicking it under. And as he's doing that, Enzo then, boom, gives a thumb to the eye and then does eat the feet. And gets the 1, 2, 3 and is now the Cruiserweight Champion again. I swear, if we see a leopard printed belt, heads are going to roll. That's all I'm saying. Now, that said, we got our next match, and this was hands down match of the night. AJ Styles, Finn Balor. Yes, you heard me right on that. Because it was reported, did say in last week's show, that they were going to have Bray Wyatt doing the whole Sister Abigail thing, going against Finn Balor, but Bray, whatever reason, he got sick, got the Cucamongus bug, or whatever the hell, couldn't make it, so they flew AJ Styles all the way from, South America to Minneapolis, 18-hour flight to there to put on this match. This match, you can, honest to God, thank New Japan for. Because you got first gen leader of the Bullet Club going against the second gen leader of the Bullet Club. And you break it down like this, Finn's the one that basically made the Bullet Club. Styles, he's the leader that made the Bullet Club become popular. That's But man, this match, nice tight lockup right at the start. Great action, great back and forth. This, honest to God, I really did, for a minute there, think I was watching something on New Japan. Watching something from New Japan on this. This was really good, really cool to see. Nice back and forth action between these guys. Great storytelling with the physicality, the near falls. I freaking went nuts when Finn did the Bloody Sunday. I haven't seen him do that in a long while, but, it was good. And not only that, Finn, he broke out of the calf killer in a real unique way. And I say unique because we haven't seen anyone do this kind of way to break out of it. Like, while he's in it, trying to, reach for the ropes and fight not in the tap. Instead of that, he did that for a second, then grabbed Styles' head and just wham, 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 slammed him into the mat to make him let go. Which, yeah, that's all cool. That's pretty cool, man. Again, different's good because when you do stuff different, you can experiment. These two guys put on a clinic. This was a great match to see. And, guarantee fucking Meltzer will give it 3 2/4 stars because, it wasn't in New Japan or whatever. Or in the Indies. But it is what it is. It was a fucking good show, good match. Absolutely loved it. Finn got the win at the end doing the coup de grace. Afterwards, they both two-sweeted. They both gave each other the two-sweet, in which case, again, folks, just so that way you're wondering why I'm able to do this and some other folks can't. There's a reason why Vince McMahon tends to slide into my DMs and tries to buy out this show. Anyways, moving on. That was that stupid little joke. Next matchup we got. It was Elias Sampson going against Jason Jordan. And this match, as much as this was a piss break match, this was a piss break match with an actual story. Because it was interesting. Because Elias, he tried to come out on 2 different occasions to just go and do a song. Bring, ding, 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 this town sucks. Doing that kind of shit. And as he's doing it, Jordan comes out, starts throwing produce at him. In which case, man, WWE's got a really big crafts table if Jordan can bring out an entire shopping cart of vegetables to throw at him. But it was a decent match. It was good. Nothing to write home about, but it was good for what it was. It was the match to be in between Styles and the main event, between the Styles Balor match and the main event. And the main reason for that is the crowd is so emotionally caught up and swept up with that. You can't have them go from that to the main event, which everyone's been waiting on, and just everyone's going to be so emotionally drained from that one, they're not going to have a chance to catch their breath and be like, oh, what, whoa, wow. You know? Now, next up, it was the main event of the night. Miz, Sheamus, Cesaro, Kane, and Braun going up against Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Kurt Angle. Yes, that's right, Kurt Angle. Also, Roman caught that Cucamongus bug that Bray Wyatt has, so that's why he was out. And so Kurt Angle took his place. First time in 11 years, Kurt's been in a WWE ring. Really good to see on that part. Now, a lot of people were saying Kurt hasn't wrestled since then, but no, that's not the case. If anything, I believe Kurt's last indie wrestling show was back in March. I'm not 100% certain, but I know he was the one that had hit Cody Rhodes' first independent match as an independent wrestler was against Kurt Angle. So I know he did that one. But either way, he came out. Kurt had the Shield gear on. I chuckled laughing at that just because I was thinking right off bat, man, that's like when your dad goes and rolls along with you to go and give someone an ass whooping. I thought that was funny to see. But yeah, as far as this goes, really nice to see just sheer physicality all over. Everyone was slamming everyone into everything. For a bit there, Kurt did feel kind of out of place. It was more so like Seth and Dean were doing all the fast-paced stuff, and then once they had to slow down, it was, oh, now Kurt's here, and boom, slamming someone. But it felt weird for a little bit. Seth and Dean, they had Kane and Braun propped up on the German and Spanish tables that were ringside. They jumped off the ladders onto them. Right after that, Seth started grabbing his knee. Anytime Seth starts grabbing his knee at this point, it's like, oh, fuck, please don't tell me you fucking hurt it again. No, no, no. And thankfully, he was able to work the rest of the match, and nothing has been reported since then that he's hurt. So, yeah. But Kurt got taken out by Braun Strowman. He got him, gave him a running power slam. I believe it was through a table. Not 100% certain. My memory's a little off on that part. But I do remember Braun took Kurt out. They escorted him out, which then led to a 5-on-2 ass whooping, in which case I've been on the receiving end of those kind of ass whoopings on more than one occasion. That is never fun to be on. They started beating the shit out of Seth and Dean, and they fought back as good as they could. And then Miz wound up wheeling in a garbage truck, which I'm pretty sure Duke Dross the dumpster wound up handling that thing. And they were getting ready to go and throw them in it, but they eventually started to fight back, climbed on top of the garbage truck, came down on them, and then out of nowhere, Kane just freaking turns on Braun Strowman just because. Now, the reason for that was earlier, Braun hit Kane by accident, and then Miz played peacekeeper like, whoa, 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 guys. Let's all get along so we can go and beat someone's ass. And then, out of nowhere, Kane right out of nowhere, boom, just starts beating the crap out of Braun, chokeslams him through the announce stage, and then drops a giant pile of chairs on top of him, and then double chokeslams Seth and Dean, gets ready to go and try and take them both out into the trash can again, into the dumpster again. Just as he's doing that, then Braun comes back up, beats the ungodly shit out of Kane, and then just as he's doing that, then Sheamus, Cesaro, and Miz start beating up Braun, and then they all proceed to beat up Braun, and then they all toss Braun into the dumpster and send that off, which case, yeah, when Braun catches up with them, in nomine Patria, Filii, Spiritus Sancti, may God be with you guys, because you're all gonna die. And then Seth and Dean started to build a small bit of a comeback. They wound up, and then Kurt wound up coming back out. Proceeded to give Sheamus an angle slam on the ramp, and then gave Cesaro an angle slam on the table. They proceeded to start beating up the Miz and Kane. And match, of course, came to an end when they gave Miz the triple power bomb. Kurt was the one that threw him, but man, if you thought Roman got booed for when he would do his ooh, man, you should have heard Kurt doing that, because man, the Shield fans were just like, dude, no, that's not cool. But yeah, that was it. Like I said, it got weird, but it was good. And that is it for this week's show, folks. So do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back and watch some of the other episodes. Make sure you go look for me on Twitter at Tim Vicious. Also have another account, Tim_Vicious. Also on our Facebook, Gimmick Tim Ash. Make sure you also check out the stuff down below for the Dad Show Lifestyle Podcast, Storytelling Podcast, whatever kind of podcast you want to see it as. And do not forget to follow all of these cool-ass cats right here on Twitter. Axel Logan, make sure to check out Axel's newest project, Brit Wrestling Review. They talk about British and European wrestling. Kane Tiller, my two co-hosts for the Dad Show. I am Dean Sunday, and my executive producer for Vicious Rants, Oliver Ben. You provide the music for this show. It's on iTunes, Spotify, and such. Details are down below. Also, make sure y'all hit out for one of these shirts. Show some love and support for the man. Cranky asshole Aaron _ the bar and Daddy MWP. And folks, like I always say, you love me great, you hate me. Fuck you.